Hi friends, I'm Sincerely Unique, and we are back on the video grind with, well, Final Fantasy XIV here. Yesterday I did a video covering my photo album and my overall experience with Fanfest, both the good and the bad, that you can find on the channel. I'll even link it below. Now we are taking the time to finally talk about Dawntrail. I don't want to talk about FanFest in general. I don't want to talk about 6.5. I just want to talk about Dawntrail today and what they talked about with the keynote address. We are reading Nova Crystallis' articles because they are 10 out of 10. They are pretty good, and I usually can get a good grasp of what the heck happened thanks to these guys. First, obviously, is to talk about what happened immediately with FanFest, which was as soon as the keynote, it was time, they played the trailer. We are not watching the whole thing right now because this is not a reaction video. I watched this already over there at the convention center. Let's just go through some shots, shall we? Aaronville, I know all the Viera enjoyers are so excited to see Aaronville in the story. We had a feeling that Aaronville was going to become relevant in the MSQ because of what's been going on in post Endwalker and his appearances during said MSQ. And I think everybody pretty much knew that this guy had to be Meteor. Look at the stubble. Look at his stubble. Like, there's obviously no way that it couldn't be him. Here we have the new race, the well, they're not a new race. We've known about them, but this is I believe they're the Mamulja, is their name. They're from Final Fantasy XI. So yeah, there's some subtle Final Fantasy XI references in this expansion. I didn't play 11, so I'm just going off what people have been telling me. Can I just say, I love the attention to detail they've been putting into the architecture here. Like, I think it looks all so good. I know some people were very, very concerned about, and are still validly concerned about Square Enix trying to reference a LATM culture, if you will, with this expansion. Based off of what they've said in the localization panel, I am going to give them a chance with this. I'm going to try to give them a chance. And I'm excited. Not only is LATM culture getting represented, I believe one of the later slides shows off Southeast Asia getting represented as well. The Scions are back. Alice has a fruit. I believe this is Southeast Asian fruit, actually. I don't remember the name. But Istola's investigating something. I believe, yeah, we got a dual-headed Mamulja, who's supposed to be really important to the MSQ. We got Thancred. I love the outfit designs on the NPCs. I hope we can get them as glam, available for everyone, and it isn't complete appropriation, as we have seen with previous glams. Also, of course, I have to comment on this. Look, I'm a huge Astidian fan, and see him... I hope this cutscene happens in-game, because I'm very biased towards Astidian. Interestingly enough, there's two characters... Well, here's Meteor. Of course, he's looking cool. He has some gray hairs, people have noticed. I mean, to be fair, I'm probably gonna get gray hairs here soon. But well, two characters I noticed were most likely, well, technically three, were most likely left out of this trailer on purpose to not spoil the MSQ. The first one being Zero. We do not know the fate of Zero. This trailer confirms nothing about the fate of Zero. She could this might go into some 6.5 spoilers, 6.4 spoilers, post Endwalker talk. Zero could very well sacrifice herself in 6.5 and 6.55. She could be finally free of this void hell and come join us, the Scions, for Dawntrail. I hope that is the case. And but another person who's already an established member of the Scions, who we did not see, and we know she is supposed to become relevant in 7.0 along with Aaronville, is Cryle. I mean, Cryle was sort of relevant, but like Yoshi P has stated in interviews that Cryle is supposed to play a higher role here, right? Like she will be getting more spotlight in 7.0. And as far as I know, the only real spotlight she has in the story is her own side story in Eureka. So now that we're getting some downtime after 6.5 and 6.55, I do recommend checking out the Eureka story. It is a pain in the ass, I will admit, but if you can find some friends, that is the biggest story content in the game for Cryle, and gives her a little bit of background for, it might be nice for 7.0. And finally, the third person who we do not see in this trailer is Reen. Now, I guess I'm going to talk a little bit about the 6.5 live letter. We see that Reen and Zero do have a bit of an interaction with the 6.5 live letter. And I'm very interested to see, is Reen going to be kept in the first for a little while longer, or are we possibly going to go back to the first in 7.0 for a little bit? Or is Reen going to make it over to the source? Like, I just wonder, what will the fate of Reen be? And I think we will not know until 6.5 is done and over with. But yeah, just some thoughts I had going through my head as the trailer has been going. What else? Oh yeah, this is the slideshow. This is an actual, like, this is what they talked about in the slideshow. The New World Tural. That's how I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just trying to put it. I'm trying to put on my Spanish accent. Tural, if you will. Yuk Tural, Tiloliol, Tuliolal. Well, if I had it my way, it would be Tulioyal, because it's a double L. But I don't think it's necessarily that much Spanish. But yeah, this is supposed to be some, from what I understand in MSQ, there's supposed to be some political dispute for the next leader, who we're going to be taking a part of this dispute. This is really, like, this is going to be just a brand new, just rush to a new story, departure from the MSQ. I think this is finally where we're just moving on from the MSQ to a brand new arc here. And I don't know how to feel. I'm kind of nervous because we have no idea where we're going. And if you know the writer for Endwalker and Shadowbringers, Ishikawa, she is not the lead writer, well, like, in charge of the writing for 7.0. So we don't know where we're going. We don't know what this is going to look like. This is going to be all new, all fresh. And from what I understand, they want to implement a skip point to 6.1. So I don't know how relevant knowing the Scions is gonna be in 7.0. I'm kind of hoping that I'm gonna hope that you can go into 7.0 without having much prior knowledge of the Scions, because I think this would be a fantastic starting point for anybody new. It's possible. Like, as much as I love A Realm Reborn through Endwalker, like the whole Hydaelyn Zodiark story arc is what I'm trying to say here. It is a big ask to try to get people caught up to current nowadays. It's getting to be a bigger and bigger ask. So, as a brand new starting point, I think this is going to be good. I know some people are mad that this is going to be a beach episode. It's like, oh, it's a beach episode. What the hell is this? I'm sure the story is going to go into something way deeper that we just don't know about yet. And we will hopefully learn more about with the trailers in EU and JP. I love the designs of these cities, by the way. I believe this is the Southeast Asian inspired architecture. I would love to see some Final Fantasy X references. If they're gonna do Final Fantasy X references, this is the time. No Blitzball though. No Blitzball. But yeah, the logo, I kind of brushed over the logo, but it is once again done by Amano, and I love the way this is all designed. It's so beautiful. I feel like if seeing it in game with the architecture is gonna be amazing, and I believe this is gonna be one of the loading screens. Look at the rainbow. This stuff shows up in paintings, by the way. These rainbow hills. This is a painting style. I vividly remember this being a painting style. What kind of scares me is this desolate wasteland we see here in the middle of the screen. Like, what the hell happened to this place? It looks like some type of disaster happened there. Maybe a calamity at some point? I wouldn't know. I, of all people, wouldn't know. And yeah, the city looks cute. I love the aetheryte. The aetheryte design is good. I'm trying to understand what it really is. It's like some type of jar. To me, it looks like anyway. And this is one of the zones in Yaktural. It's Yaktel. I am really hoping we get this airship as a mount. I would love to get the birds as a minion. Just the usual. This is all being done with the graphics update, by the way, and I am excited. I've said this to my friends in FanFest. I have to G-post here. I have to. Like, I absolutely no questions when I get here, and I want to G-post with my friends exactly like this. I want this moment captured. And this is our new tribe, the Pelu Pelu, who apparently were from Final Fantasy X-2, but my dumbass hasn't played X-2 in over a decade, so I don't remember these guys. They love tea, coffee, and mezcal, and most importantly, they are probably going to have an alpaca mount, and your boy is going to grind that tribe immediately so that he can get the alpaca mount. We saw concept art for the new dungeon. This is actually, I think this might be an in-game shot. It's hard to tell because with the graphics update, it's hard to tell. I think for the flooring, I'm pretty sure just from the flooring, this is not in-game. This is just art. But I'm excited for this. This is gonna be a beautiful dungeon to go through. This is another dungeon. I assume this dungeon takes place in that giant plateau we saw earlier, like way up here. I assume the dungeon's up in there somehow. Looks sinisterly like the Crystal Tower. And Final Fantasy VI fans, including me, Tritalk is here. Valley Garmanda. He is the first summon you deal with in Final Fantasy VI, and he is cool looking. I hope he's a trial. He's probably going to be the level 93 trial, and I think it's going to be. I can already tell he's going to throw out fire. He's going to throw out ice. He's going to throw out thunder. He's going to throw out all those elements at us, and we're going to freaking have such a fun time. Special thanks to the author for making this article. Yeah, this author's been absolutely added because of FanFest coverage. This is the graphics update. I do want to talk about this too because this is also in the keynote. I'm gonna need to upgrade my PC. I have enough RAM. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM, but I might need a new Intel, and I definitely need a new graphics card. So I'm gonna have to deal with these eventually. I don't think I need to upgrade anything else, but we'll see. We'll see. I need to consult somebody about this, but I know for sure I don't need new RAM, and I hopefully won't need a new SSD. But yeah, look, this is before. This is after the graphics update. I know some people are like, whatever, but I like it. I like it. It helps the game look. It's gonna help the game look a bit more pleasant to look at. And seeing this applied on the Aromaborn gear is what I care about the most because the older gear is ugly. Look at new Meteor. Yeah, I mean it's just really just taking out some of the dullness of their expression. Everybody's getting glimmer in their eyes. My personal favorite, of course, has to be the Ellison. So, like, I know my face is blocking a little bit of it. Let me try to move. As you can see, we have the male Ellison. I was very worried that they were going to fumble this, but I think they did a good job. I think they did a pretty good job there. Aura. Fem Aura enjoyers. I know y'all are rising up. We got... Yeah, there's so many. There's so many races now. We're waiting on female Hrothgar. We're still waiting on that, but female Hrothgar is going to already be updated, so... And one landscape I specifically want to show off is Ilmeg because I showed it off in my photo album video, right? My dumbass thought this was Ilmeg with the graphics update. I was like, wow, it's so pretty. No, this is Ilmeg with the graphics update. I don't know why my mouse is behaving weirdly. I think the slider's making it act up. So yes, there are some system updates. Level cap will increase to 90. We know about the new job possibly being pirate themed with Meteor here. He's holding something on here. And Yoshi also hinted at another job, and it could be the same job, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We don't know. We don't know anything. We don't know anything else about this new job. It's going to be a melee and a caster. It's going to be just like Stormblood with the double DPS, and I heard the queues were awful back then, so I'm going to be leveling all my DPS through Fates. Y'all have fun, and I guess Frontline too. New Alliance Fate series will be available. And it's going to be more Final Fantasy themed, and all I gotta say is, what do y'all think about that? Because I'm hoping for a Final Fantasy X themed Alliance raid, and maybe fight Sin at some point. That would be really, really cool. People are guessing Pictomancer, Corsair. I personally really want a Pictomancer caster because I'm a caster main. I mean, I do a lot of Savage on healer lately, but it's because no one wants to heal. But I'm a caster main, really, and I play Black Mage a lot. And I loved Realm in Final Fantasy VI. I thought she was a funny little character. So I'm hoping for that. Rune Knight would be okay. I don't know. But we'll see. We could all be completely wrong. We could all be completely wrong about the job. We will not know any about this for 2 months until EU FanFest. What else is there about the update that I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, a new 8-man raid is going to be done. We don't know anything about the 8-man raid or the Alliance raid. I have a feeling those won't even be talked about until JP FanFest, but we shall see. But yeah, that is NA. That is NA FanFest. We got a little bit of stuff. Most importantly, we got the start of the trailer. And Meteor is looking very handsome. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are on the comment section below. I am excited. I'm scared because it's going to be brand new, but at the same time, I'm excited and looking forward to it. All right, bye friends.